Welcome to Yep Yeah Yes with Marissa and Tamika. I am your co-host Tamika with my co-host Marissa coming to you live from the backyard. This is the best lighting I've had all season.
I gotta tell you, you look amazing.
Anyhow, how are you, Marissa?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's
So
your week been? How's your cough?
it's been all right. Nothing, work, work, work. But speaking of that, I want to talk about this week the summer shutdown, if you will. Uh, it's weird because had the coronavirus not hit the country and the world, I wonder if I'd be doing
Right?
the same damn thing I'm doing now. But knowing that you can't do stuff, it makes you feel
It
like
makes it worse.
you're missing out. Like FOMO
I know.
2019. You know what I mean? So
Girl, I'm so with you.
is there okay, let's start with prior to the summer. We had the corona hit. Well, we were told about it like February, March. Started taking it seriously in March. Um, is there anything that like you had planned? Like even okay, so like even when it happened and they start like almost shut down New York, I was like, it's gonna be like 2 weeks. Like I wasn't thinking to myself like, yeah, it's gonna be, you know, a long time. Just so you know, my reception's a little. It keeps saying that my reception's unstable, so I apologize if I freeze up, or you freeze up, or whatever. Am I freezing up?
No, not for me.
All right, cool. So I thought it was gonna be like a couple of weeks, a month at the max. I totally didn't think that me and you would be doing this podcast remotely via Zoom into the second half of July.
Me neither. Honestly, I thought so. When this started in March, I was like, all right. And then we get hit to April. I'm like, okay. And then when we hit May, I was like, and then when it's like school shut down for the rest of the year, I was like, oh, all right, summer will be on and popping. I'm great. I did so much spring cleaning. House is a mess again, by the way. So much spring cleaning. I was like, this summer's on and popping. Legoland's supposed to be opening in New York. It was supposed to open the beginning of June. Yeah, in Gaussians. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I pre-bought tickets.
Of course you
Pre-bought ticket. Well, it was on sale, and then they upgraded my pass. No blackouts. You get invited to like this VIP opening, so I'm all about it. And I'm like, oh, the road trips this summer I'm gonna take. We were supposed to be living at the beach. We were supposed to go to all these places and food and dining and this and that. And here we are in July, and I'm like, yeah.
trying to figure it out. Is there like okay? So you mentioned Legoland. One thing too is like one of your kids has a spring birthday, and so it was all about communion and birthday and all of that kind of stuff. So even though spring is not like the summer, it's leading into it, and it's weird because all the reports were like, yeah, when it's warm, it kills the virus. The heat kills the virus, which I couldn't understand because I'm like, well, isn't China always hot? Like, do they have a winter?
No, I thought it snows over there. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they have a winter.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that it was warm over there, and they were still walking around with masks, back in the spring. And then, Australia, like all these places that are traditionally warmer than us, the virus was not killing it. It's still not killing it. And so as we started to approach, like you, I mean, I didn't have Legoland, but I had grandeur ideas. I was supposed to be starting this job this year that took me traveling around the world. I got my American Airlines Admiral's pass so that I could be in their lounge every time I flew, upgrade to first class, whatever the case may be. This bitch ain't been nowhere, okay? I'm excited about going to North Carolina. Like, I mean, I love going to see my mother, but, I wish she lived somewhere other than North Carolina, but it's cool. It's fine. But, I mean, like, that's my travel plans, whereas I had all these other places that I was planning to go this year, and it's pretty much shut down. And then, so when I think about like, um, would I be doing things the same had
Or
Corona not
differently,
hit?
right?
Right. I think I would be doing, like, I'd be working still. I'd still be, that kind of thing. But I think I would have been able to socialize more with my friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I made plans to meet up with one of my friends in August. Uh, this place that we like out in Nassau and Oceanside, and it's like I'm planning this one. I put it on my calendar. It's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It's just
I
it's like,
Me, probably the only hiccup that I've had is like places like that are closed. As
right.
far as the socialization, I don't think anything has changed for me. I'm very like I'm I feel like I live in a fortress of solitude. So not much has changed. Like seeing you, because we see each other often, that has changed. And like birthday parties for my kids, that has changed. But
Like I
it's
never beer. I haven't had a beer. Like, I mean, I could have had a beer, and like, it's not like I can't go to the store and get a beer, but there's something about going to a
no, but
bar
like
and getting a pint, a
yeah,
full,
yeah. Oh,
chilled glass.
yeah. Yep.
Oh my god! I mean, these are third world problems, right? But it's just the way that the summer shutdown has gone. It's just like you think about, like, the things that you think about the things you've done previous summers, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm still doing some of those things. I mean, I have a friend that likes to go to the beach, and I spoke to him, and he's like, yeah, how's it out on Long Island? I'm like, it's the same as it is out there. Like, what? He's like, well, as soon as it clears up, let's take a ride out to Greenport or whatever. You know what I mean? Go to the
Yeah.
beach and that kind of thing. But that might not be till next year. It's just,
Yeah.
so
The
it's
the
not,
thing that
you know,
the only thing that gets me like unnerved is like when you want to be outside, like if I want to go to the beach, get that salt air in my lungs, get that good nutrients that's in the sand. Um it's almost like I want to say like 70 to 80% of the other people don't really respect your space.
yeah.
So it's almost like, and it's not even crowded to be like that. So when you're setting up shop at a beach, or you're walking through, even like in the grocery store, you're walking through and people really just don't respect your space. And this is like,
Like my dad, he's like skilled at it. Okay, he's got the small tent, you know, where you can just like lay your head in there, but your feet are out.
hmm
Like he puts out a couple of blankets, but he situates it so that people can't go through your blanket, because people are real foul. They will really go through. If there's two people on a beach, they'll walk through the two people. Like, what are you doing? So he'll situate like the cooler on one end, all the flip flops on the other end. You know what I mean? To make it so that it's like his own little fortress. But unfortunately, it's like that he it's unfortunate
yeah,
because there's so many people that will, like you said, not respect your boundaries on the beach, especially
yeah,
like as many beaches as we have on Long Island, and as long and vast as the South Shore beaches are, even the North Shore with the what is it called? I want to keep saying one Harbor Tunnel. It's not the Harbor Tunnel. My God, the Hudson. So it's like
the Long Island Sound.
sound, yes. So even with that, like there's plenty of beaches on both sides of of Long Island that we could really just kind of spread out. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, people just like to be on top of you.
And this is why we're still here in July,
Exactly.
questioning whether or not kids are going to start school in
Right.
September.
Right. Well, I ain't questioning it because I don't care. I don't have kids. I don't give a shit. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, uh, I don't know. I'm all over the place. See, I feel like my opinion shouldn't really matter because my school district is really small.
It
So
doesn't,
we're able
you
to,
can make a choice between putting your kids in school or not.
but I'm gonna tell you why it shouldn't matter. Because my school district is small in numbers, so they're able to distance. They're able to adhere to all these things that makes their environment stay safe. when you have districts that have 1,000 kids in one grade, where we have 1,000 kids in we don't even have 1,000 kids in all the elementaries here. So when you have 1,000 kids in one grade, it's really hard to do. So I don't think there's any right answers right now. I know people want their kids to go to school. They have childcare issues and things like that. But at the same time, we want to keep them safe. People are saying kids can't get it, but they're, I don't know.
Well, I
just
know
don't know.
kids can get it
I
because
have,
there's numbers that show that there are little kids that have gotten it.
yeah,
The thing that makes me like shake my head in sheer like the country is stupid is the fact that there's so many people that don't want to believe the scientists, right? Yet they want to send their kid, they want to send their kids to be educated, to become scientists. Like I like how you not like doctors are not political. You know what I mean? They just
what what I love is like when you go onto social media and people are like, I'm not a teacher, I can't educate my kid at home, they need to be in school. And then they're like, I don't believe that this what these scientists are telling me.
it's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm one of those people because I remember back in like March, early April, I was watching the news and they were saying basically like they were talking about, well, we don't the thing about doctors is they never want to commit to anything. So they actually are pretty good
Can't.
because they're not going to be like I 100% affirm, you know what I mean? There's they always do a small possibility. They always do that. But I remember when they were like
Yeah.
they were like, well, we have to see the data on the heat. So you're like up in the air, but I didn't really care because it was still a little chilly then. And then the other thing though that really, really pissed me off was the whole thing with the mask. Cause I'm like, you know how many people could have got a jump on like masks if they hadn't been like, well, we don't need them because they only protect the people that are sick. And it was like, I seriously like that shit pissed me off. You know what I mean? But
The thing,
I
the,
understand they're trying to protect the medical field because we remember those stories of people stocking up like thousands and thousands of PPE and trying to upsell them on Amazon and eBay and stuff. So I understand that aspect of it. At the same time, it's like that's not up to the scientists to try to control, you know, the sale of product. It's their job is to tell us the facts as they know it when it comes to medical information. It's not up to them to try to limit the crowd control with PPE. And so that kind of pissed me off, and now here we are where it's like that if they had made those decisions to say, hey, protect yourself, make these, if the CDC director back in March would have showed us how to make the mask back then, think about all of the, bless you, think about all of the prevention, God bless you, we could have had back then.
thank you.
Instead of waiting 2 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things.
That's the thing. Everybody's right and everybody's wrong. We're all smart and we're all stupid. It's so hard to like give. I'm gonna speak for everybody. Everybody's smart and stupid.
Okay.
But it's just so hard to say because it's like, will we know about this? I don't think we're not gonna really understand what this virus is and how it affects people until 4 years. However, I'm supposed to say that. It's just gonna take a really long time. And I just don't think that we can say for sure what's safe and what's not.
Right.
Some people don't want to wear a mask, some people do. But then to play devil's advocate here, because I don't want to give my opinion if I'm for mask or against masks. I just want to say devil's advocate here.
Why first?
Why what?
Why?
Why don't I want to give my opinion?
Yeah, that's what this show is about.
Oh, because I want to ask the question.
Okay.
I don't want to give my opinion and then somebody like listening be like, I just want to know what their opinion is. So when you go into a place and you have people giving pushback to wearing masks indoors, and even like some outdoors to say it's an infringement of their freedom and rights, where do you stand on that?
So you want me to give my opinion, but you're not gonna give your opinion?
I'm gonna give it after.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just like not gonna give. Like I just want to know what other people think, and I'm gonna move on from that. No,
I'm good for that though. I'm
first of
good for
all,
that.
yeah, you are. First of all, I think you should wear. What I mean, what the fuck is the problem with wearing a mask? I have breathing issues, my asthma and shit, constantly coughing, which I haven't done. So maybe I should be outside more often. But it's like, are these same people fighting about having to wear shoes and a shirt and a hat, or no hat indoors? Like, are they the same people? Because you ever see those signs? No shoes, no shirt, no service. Like,
We have that for a reason.
right. And so if a business wants to make it mandatory that you wear masks, I have no problem with that. And to be honest, like it stops the smell of bad breath. It stops the smell of spitters that like to come up on your face and ask you questions and talk. You know what I mean? So it for me,
It's serving more than just this purpose.
right. So for me, it's a peace of mind, and I have no problem wearing it. And to be honest, I might wear it a month after there's a vaccine. Make sure. You know what I mean? Those
Yeah.
kids go out there and they, take their shot or whatever, and okay, they're not growing 5 bellies. They don't have these weird side effects. Then I'll do it. But as far as wearing a mask, I have no problem with it, and I honestly don't understand people that are having such a vitriolic reaction to being asked to wear it. Like there are people that are tearing up stores, fighting sales associates who are not trained in defense mechanisms. Like really,
But they should be.
because they told you have to wear a mask. Shut down the summer. Shut down the summer.
The the thing that kills me is that when the message is getting lost in the delivery for people that believe that it's an infringement on their rights to wear a mask. The message is getting lost in the delivery because you yelling at a sales associate that didn't create the directive, you yelling at other people that don't feel safe and asking you to please just put a piece of cloth over your face. I don't think I'm a sheep for I don't think I'm a sheep. I don't think anything like that. I don't think I'm just like, like a robot. I don't feel that way. I think I've seen people sneeze on produce or go like this.
What is that about?
Like you.
Why? I just so
Some people still.
yeah.
Some people still, and then pick up a product, look at it, and then put it back.
You see the woman on a baby? Like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
I mean
that was really.
I don't understand the thought of people. And side note, like why sheep got to be brought into this? You know what I mean? Like people,
They're so cute and fluffy.
like like okay, oh, you call me a sheep. They're so cute. You know what I mean? Like let's use something else. Like that. I think
This is
because we always. Use,
and we got white shirts on today.
What? Say that again.
And we both got on white shirts today, like the little sheep.
Exactly. But it's like I don't understand.
And you're an English.
I say that again. Sorry, that's a delay.
I was gonna say you're an English sheep, but I think isn't it an Irish sheep?
Oh, I don't know. That's above my pay.
Remember the sheep we saw in Ireland?
No, I don't remember that. Where was it?
They were so beautiful. In Ireland.
No, I know that, but I mean, where? Do you remember exactly?
Everywhere. Remember on our way to the Loch?
Why don't I remember that? It's weird how like two people. It's just like the same thing with like you grow up in the same household and y'all have a whole different life. Like we go on that was our sheep. So you posted You posted that or you found that? That's your picture? What? Oh, man, this reception's. I think my I got all my bars though. Can you hear me? Folks, we apologize. This is what happens when Tamika decides to go outside. So I don't know if it's me or Marissa, but hopefully Marissa will join us.
Remember the sheep we kept seeing all over Ireland?
Sorry, you see me?
Yeah,
Okay. Did I go away for a second?
you did.
Okay. No, I don't remember the sheep in Ireland. I don't remember one sheep. And we was on the same damn trip.
Really? They were everywhere. Remember when we went to go visit the lake and we were on that? We remember we were on the bus to go visit the lake and we were passing all these fields and they were everywhere.
No. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Anyway, it is what it is.
Remember our refrigerator magnet?
No.
Did you get one?
No, I didn't get
I'm
one.
gonna post it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm recording my show.
What
I'm
kills
recording
me?
my show.
What kills me is that
I'm recording my show. I'm recording the show live. Give it to me. Here. I already have a bottle. Yeah.
Listen, it's a shit show anyway today, so.
Pam is like your kids right now. Oh my God.
Oh my lord.
That was my
This
aunt,
is
y'all.
hilarious.
Anyhow. No, I don't remember the sheep. We both were on the same trip. It happens. People remember different things. But I believe you because why wouldn't sheep be in Ireland?
Why wouldn't? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to, so do you believe in masks? Wearing masks? It's not even if you believe in it. Do you think people should or should not wear masks?
I think it's great. As somebody who's very short, you have no idea how many things are hanging off of people's lips and noses.
Ugh.
It is the most disgusting, vile thing to have to walk through this earth. And when you're looking at an adult, because everyone seems to talk to you really close when you're short, and you see everything under their nostrils and on their lips, and if they have facial hair, it is disgusting. So, and then watching people, for some reason, I'm very self-conscious about when people are touching their face and mouth. And then everyone likes to think by touching either their nose, they go like this a lot, or they touch their mouth and then they touch all these different products in stores. So I genuinely don't mind. And when people did like those lines on the floor for the checkout lines and it's 6 feet, it is amazing because I can tell you, as someone who is short and you have a 6-foot gentleman behind you that has to stand so close to you, it is the most vile, disgusting feeling.
I have to say, I think I'm one of those people. So this is the two things that my mother has noticed and I noticed as well. But it's not happening in the last couple of weeks, today and last week. Number one, you don't have as much hair, so you can't fuck with your hair all day. You're not like.
Yeah.
Number two, it's still happening. I'm constantly touching my face. I don't know. It's like a habit. Like I'm always.
But you don't do that when you're out in public touching things.
No, it's when I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I'm sitting and I'm having.
It's nervous energy. That's your nervous energy.
I can't help it. But I do it when I'm driving.
Especially.
I'll be like,
I notice when I'm trying to get a point out with you and you have like, I know when your anxiety's kicked up, that makes me anxious. And then I'm using too many words to get my point across that you're like completely touching your face and you're like, spit it out, hurry up, spit it out. And then I get nervous and I can't find my words. And then you do it even more. See,
I know my mother says my mother pointed at, because I said, I touch my face a lot. And I can't help it. It's like, especially like you just said, it's definitely nervous energy. And not like I'm not nervous. It's just like, this is taking too long. Like let's move on. You know, I'm a very impatient person. I want things done now. If you tell me we're going to the store, all right, let's go now. Like I don't want to wait 2 weeks. Like we had a group chat and I was very perturbed by your last statement on the group chat. I'm just gonna say this right now. Because I said, and don't worry, I'm not giving away any secrets. So we were talking about like coming, you and another friend coming to your house and having drinks and food on your patio. And I said, yeah, I'm ready right now. Okay. And I sent a gift like pointing to the watch. And your last comment was, okay, I'm down. Bitch, that's not the time.
What effing answer is that, right?
Yeah.
So hold on a second. Wait, hold
like,
on a second.
okay, why don't you guys come over on Wednesday? Like, you don't say, okay, I'm down, and then move on. I'm like, forget it, I can't.
No, wait. I have to give you full disclosure on that one. So here's the thing. This is the honest to God truth, and this is TMI right now. It gives me anxiety not to answer someone back. So even if I write okay, and you know how people like you press the text and you can do like a thumbs up or something, that gives me anxiety. I don't really like doing that. I had to go to the bathroom really bad, but I don't like texting on my phone while I'm in the bathroom, doing that stuff, because I don't want to touch. I had to poo, and I didn't want to touch my. It wasn't the environment, so I was like, I'm down, and then I threw the phone and I ran inside, and I was like, oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, but you do that a lot.
I do.
About, like, leaving people hanging. So I'm just like, whatever. Either she's gonna have us over for drinks on the patio, or she's not. I'm not gonna keep stressing her about it. I mean, I sent her a gift. I said, I'm ready. Let's go. Like, I mean, what else is there? So that stuff like that gives me anxiety, because I need to know right here and right now. And so you can imagine, back to our original topic, when it comes to the coronavirus and the summer shutdown, the anxiety is on 11, because I need an end date. They fucking around right now. I need to know, is the summer shut down or not? I mean, they got
shut down
at the middle of September, or the end of September, September 21st or something like that. That's the end of summer.
It's shut.
But it's like, for me, the end of summer is really Labor Day. When you think
I feel like it goes all the way to my birthday, like the end of September. And the reason, yeah, let's do it tomorrow.
Watch your other friend be like, nah, I'm busy, bitch. But anyway.
I'm busy.
No, go ahead.
But the reason I say like till the end of September is because the weather is still just so beautiful. And what's great about after Labor Day, everything is cheaper and less people out.
Right. But the same thing still holds true, is that I need an end date with the summer. And I feel bad for people in other states. I didn't realize their kids went back to school so early. Like, they need to go, in the next couple of weeks.
Now.
Even when you go in school, you see all the back to school stuff. I'm like, are they going back to school?
And what kills me is like, okay, so if they don't go back to school and people have to report to a location for work and they have childcare issues, now it's more even exhausted because they have capacities for the childcare places.
Right. And it's crazy. I think about like both of my parents. My mom always worked remotely. So, people like her, I think it's even more exhausting if you have a kid at home. You know what I mean? Because your kid doesn't understand that you're working. Like, your little kids, I would assume. It's like they're gonna keep busting in like, what are you doing now? Like, and then like if you're at work in an office, it's like you go to the main room or the conference shared room and get yourself a Snapple or something. It's fine. You do that at home, then the kid's like, oh, guess what?
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, so it's going to be, I think it's going to be very difficult for a lot of families across the country. The ones that are actually still working, because, oh, by the way, a lot of people have not gone back to work. And so when I sit here and complain about my summer sucks, it's like, really? Like,
it's so funny.
Backyard doing a podcast with my best friend, and I'm complaining because the summer's shut down. What is that?
It's funny that you said the whole like, look at this. Another one, like I'm rushing to the bathroom because everything is last minute here. I had somebody walk in with me as I'm trying to close the door to show me that they made a little boat.
That's pretty cool. That's very creative. That looks like something from the mind of a single, only child, but we know it's not. Because I know, you don't even have to tell me, and I know which kid made.
But what's crazy, I feel like that one's an only child.
Yeah, feels that way sometimes. I'm sure. I got
Right.
2 brothers and I'm an only child. We weren't raised together, you know, but
I feel the same way.
yeah, but
I
you
did. I wasn't.
raised together.
Not really. Only when we were really little. Like, and not even like there were chops of times where my mom would send me with the aunt that I lived with when I moved to Long Island, and then we were together, and then not, and then together. It was just like weird. Um, I have a question for you though. You have a magic wand for a day,
Mhm.
one day for the summer. Anything you desire will be open and available. No crowds, no waiting, no nothing. What would you do for that one day?
I would find a restaurant that is truly on the water and I'm on the South Shore so I can be on the ocean. The North Shore
Hmm.
is great for like laying on the beach and going wading into the water. I just don't like being splashed by waves, but I like to sit over them. So it would be sitting by the water, having food with friends, family, whatever the case may be, with nobody looking at their watch, trying to get back. Any, you know what I mean? Drinking wine, eating favorite foods, and just talking and having a good time. Like that to me is the
That's
exemplify
it.
a perfect day, and that's what I kind of that's it for me. What about you? Perfect summer day.
I would like to go actually out east. I'd like to go to Montauk or something,
Mhm.
eat, walk around, have coffee that tastes like sludge with a yummy piece of I don't know what cake.
Oh, I
No,
thought
you know how
in the coffee. I'm thinking like mud. Anyway, go ahead.
no, you know how like there's very like strong coffees,
Yeah.
nothing light, no light roasts. Very heavy coffee with a flavor to it. But this is after a gigantic meal that we've taken our time to eat, walk a little bit, get a coffee and something sweet to notch on.
The crazy thing about that is that we can still do that. Like it doesn't. It's not
Doesn't
like
feel the same.
ain't nobody holding us back. But at the same time, the only thing that would be different is the people that are like crowding your space. You know what I mean? You froze up a little bit, so hopefully you'll come back and join us in two
I'm
seconds.
here.
Okay, okay. But yeah, the people that are like crowding your space, like you sit at a table,
Ugh.
socially distant, more than 12 feet away from people, and then that motherfucker wants to sit next to you
Ugh.
and ruin your whole vibe, you know? And then looking at you because
So
you
much.
are like cursing and talking explicitly and bashing, you know, your flames and former flames and your parents and your kids and all, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, these are pieces. They're wrong, you know, but sometimes you gotta get stuff off your chest.
Yeah.
The people you bash the most are the people you love the most.
See? It's all love.
Right.
How do you know you love them if you don't talk shit about them?
Exactly. Anyway, so I want to transition, if you will, to
Two.
that's
Yep, that's trending.
so keeping it on a little bit of a lighter note, guilty pleasures. Um, what have been some of the guilty pleasures that you have partaken in during this, you know, quarantine downtime, summer shutdown that you may not have gotten to had you not been shut down?
Mexican TikTok or
Mexican.
South American.
What is
South American. TikTok in Spanish. All from South America.
what's the difference between that and an American?
Well,
North.
number one, it's Spanish. Number one, it's in Spanish, right? But number two, it's like one of the last things that whole that I went through is um like kids annoying their parents, and I don't know why I find it so funny. Or it'll be like it's just like there's cultural things that are funny.
Right.
And then of course my Korean soaps, which I would have found time for no
Yeah,
matter where I.
yeah, you're about that. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I'm about that life. But there's a whole lot more now. And then I'm thinking maybe I've been very like okay with letting my kids touch my craft stuff. And I don't know if that's because I've like given up on life and the world is on fire, or I'm like, it's all right. Let it go. Yeah, guys. Sure, you can go into my craft drawer and use my vinyl. No problem. All those like copper colors that are really hard to find and you just want to cut it up and put it on. No problem, guys. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, the crayons that I've been saving for 7 years for I don't know why. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure, use that. No problem.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, but that's there's nothing wrong with
I
it.
don't know.
But I know how you are about. You're very particular about your things because you're a very neat person, and I guess having a husband and children that are not always necessarily as neat as you makes it difficult to maintain that neatness.
Hmm.
And so when you have items
Yeah.
that you take particular care of to keep neat, sharing that with others who are not particularly the same way as you can be quite arduous. And so I
Yeah.
applaud you.
Thanks. That and I'll say like I'm trying to think of like I hoard wrapping paper when I find it on clearance. And
Is
this
it
is one of
Christmas?
my examples.
Oh, that's a nice one. That can
Isn't
be
it beautiful?
any time of the year.
Right?
Baby shower, birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day,
Right?
whatever the case may be.
And then I've got somebody who's very crafty and likes to just cut them up into shapes and make them into something. So
Yeah, see, that's not.
I've been okay.
Sometimes I wonder if this is why I'm not a kid. I mean, why I don't have kids. I'm always questioning, like, because would I be like the type that's like yelling and beating my kids? Like I said, I'm impatient. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
having it. And then I
but
picture myself
no,
always making them get me a drink. Go pour mommy a little water.
you
And
would not.
put a little lemonade in it.
You would not.
Okay,
Oh my
grab me a
God.
bottle of pills real quick. No, I don't. I don't.
No, you don't partake
No,
in that.
I don't take pills. Shout out to Tamar. You know, hopefully
Oh,
she's all right. I don't mean to make light of pills. You know, I don't partake in pills unless it's birth control, and that's not for birth control. It's actually for heat flashes. So there you go. a little too much information. I don't know.
we went from toilet flashes.
I don't
Oh my God.
know.
Man, can you? I feel bad for Tamar's family. I feel bad for Tamar. I want to know where her headspace is right now. Cause like
Is she out of?
she's
Is she unconscious yet? Because she was unconscious the whole time.
well, Nene Leakes posted that she had spoken to her, so I don't know.
Like, how do you
She said
feel
she
about
spoke to
that?
her and her family.
How do you feel about that?
Other people posting about it.
Yeah.
You know I'm extremely private, so I'd be pissed as shit.
Like
I'd be so mad.
I'm not feeling that. Like, she got 4 sisters and a brother, 2 living parents. Like, why is Nene Leaks posting? Just be like thoughts and prayers and move on. The sisters haven't posted anything except for Tracy, where she said, please pray for my family. And then the next post was,
Yeah.
catch me at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna be on live. Like, what do you, like, on her radio show or something. I'm like, and she stopped the comments because she know people would have been like, really? you gonna be on live with your people while your sister's laying out? Anyway. But yeah, I'm not feeling the whole Nene Leafs thing. Even when I post pictures of your children, get permission first. So maybe she got permission. Who do we
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. You know what? You know what's so no, she doesn't seem like the type that would ask. You know what? You know what's so funny? I want to ask you something. You know how like you know how people's guilty pleasures sometimes seep into your life,
Yeah.
right? So have you ever had somebody like I'm trying to think of an example for myself, but I can't, for some reason I'm having a total mental block. Have you ever had someone like either like completely vomit or like just like you're really either in my space or in my like this for their guilty pleasures?
You mean where their guilty pleasure turned in my guilty pleasure and I liked it as my guilty pleasure now? or that?
I like that.
guilty
No,
pleasure
I like that
becomes
question.
my
Answer
guilty-
that one. I like that one. Answer that one.
Okay, the first one I would say would be the traveling thing. Like that was something where when you and I would go away, like it was like, oh, I got to do this all the time, whether you come or not. Like I'm going.
Right.
You know, I would go on trips by myself. I think like the world traveling, um, you know, I'd hear you talk about it or post pictures, and not to say I hadn't gone anywhere prior to meeting you, but it wasn't something that I was like always trying to do. But then when you have
Yeah.
fun doing it, it's like, okay. And then realizing that, okay, you're not able to do it as much. I don't give a shit. I'm still going. So it's become my guilty pleasure now where I try to do it. The other thing, it's always, for me, it's always like a meal or a beverage. So it's something that I want, like, I was never necessarily a tequila drinker, right? Now I'm all about it because you know, you have some good tequila and you realize, like, I realize I
Telling you.
don't go for tequila. So I'm like, this is my thing. You know, I'm going to take a couple
Yeah.
shots and I feel
No
great.
hangover.
Right.
Even if you want it chilled and sip it, it is the greatest thing ever. Your
I
body
think,
processes the sugar better.
I think the guilty pleasure, though, that has consumed my entire life from before I was born would have to be soap operas. Like, it's just, it's one of
Yeah.
those things where my mom was pregnant and they were watching soaps. Ryan's Hope, Edge of
Mhm.
Night, All My Children, General Hospital, One Life to Live. Like I was watching it in the womb, and I continue to watch General Hospital. I mean, it's on hiatus now because of the pandemic, but that, like, to me is the ultimate guilty pleasure. It's like drama, soap operas, like that. For me, that's it. And even I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, but the fatal, was it Fatal?
Fatal Attraction.
No, that's the other movie. This was Fatal Affair. It was
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The one just on Netflix.
yeah, and it's like people were dragging it because it's like, how many black people gonna make this movie? But I'm like, the same people dragging it have no problem seeing 10 and 12 Fast and Furious. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every movie is a remake, but a different spin. So like that's what movies are. You see an updated version of it. Like how many
I
Star
will.
Wars are the same fucking Star Wars or Star Trek? You know what I mean?
You're about to say some blasphemy to some people.
I don't give a shit. I don't like Star Wars. I don't watch Star Trek. But Fatal Affair, you know, yeah, it's a different spin on the same fucking movie, but you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna say?
So do you know I have never seen so full disclosure, I have never seen in its entirety a full Star Wars movie. I've seen like clips or bits and pieces. I've never seen a full one. But there's the Mandalorian that's on Disney Plus. I've seen that, but that's it.
What's that?
But it's couldn't even tell you. It's a show that was on Disney Plus, and it's about some guy.
Okay.
But funny enough, so I finished watching Fatal Attraction, right? And I was like, okay,
Affair.
yeah, Fatal Affair. Jeez, sorry, that's the other one. And I'm like, okay, it wasn't that good.
It was perfect for Netflix.
It was a perfect folding laundry. It was perfect for Netflix. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to go to the movies for it.
Right.
But what's funny is like then you know how like you're like, do you ever, and I'm gonna say this is my guilty pleasure. You ever see something that you're kind of like, okay, but yeah, it was good for Netflix. I was folding some laundry, it was great. And then you're like, let me go on social media to find out how they're getting dragged.
Yeah, exactly. I saw it before I saw the movie. But I mean, my whole thing was like, based on the title alone and the storyline, did we really expect it to be like, oh my God, life changing? No, it was.
It wasn't Jennifer Hudson in Showgirls, was it?
Jennifer Hudson was in Showgirls?
No, what's the movie Jennifer Hudson? She got her Oscar. Come on.
Oh, Dreamgirls. Those
Dreamgirls.
two very different movies. Like that's like Showgirls. And
It's not, I know.
I'm about to post this and drag you on social media, okay? Showgirls, poll. Dreamgirls, stop.
No, but you know how like the movie was amazing. The performances were like, when you saw Jennifer Hudson and she's like, and I'm telling you, and she's singing, you're like, oh, this bitch done won the Oscar. Not only did she win the Oscar, she bodied it. And then like, but even like, you know what other performance was like, oh, this bitch done bodied it. Monique in Precious.
Yeah.
She bodied it.
But Precious got dragged. Gabourey Sidibe. She's still getting dragged. People still call her Precious. That's how you know how great she played that role, that they call her Precious to this day. And I like her. Like she stay working. She, you know.
I have, there's nothing I've seen her in that I didn't like.
Right. Yeah.
Even when she was in, you know, that movie Money Heist, was it? With the bill. I thought she was amazing in that, with that scene with her and what?
Wait, Gabourey was in Money Heist?
Not Money Heist. I keep doing this. You're about to drag me.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
What's the movie with Ben Stiller and they're like, the guy? It was like a Murdoch type style movie where he
I don't know.
There's a scene with her and Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy's like, hey, what's up?
Oh yeah, what movie was that?
Ah.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I do recall that. She's good though. She's good. She's a guilty pleasure that I enjoy watching. I support her.
Tower Heist.
Yes.
Tower.
You get in the heist. The what is it?
I'm like that old senile grandma that keeps calling all your friends John.
You know, I got on a side note, and then you said grandma. I'm a little jealous of you because you got your hair cut, right? I don't see one speck of gray. Meanwhile,
no, yeah.
Look at this shit.
I don't
the star or the gray line.
I don't know. I really don't know how I've been able to manage this. I really don't. But I don't know.
I know how.
How?
Because by telling yourself you're stressed, you're really not. You don't start getting gray hair until you really are stressed. So when you start suppressing that stress like I do, it keeps coming out.
It comes out in gray.
I hold everything. You always tell me this. Like, let it out. Go to the bathroom. Let it out.
Let it out.
You don't hold anything.
But you ain't got no wrinkles. Neither do I, though. I'm saying though. Listen, we all got a price to pay, right?
Yeah. I got this one gray hair right here. Did you see it?
Yes.
It's a family trait. My grandmother had it. My aunt had it. I got gray hair on my head, and the one hair, every time I pull it.
Yeah, but you know what? You're thin, and you look like you're 20. So that's the price you pay.
I suppose. Got chin hair and shit. It ain't right.
And you leave it there too. You don't even pluck it.
No, I pulled it out and it came back. It's like, fuck it then. I just have to leave it. What am I going to do? The hair said, your face is my guilty pleasure.
Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard.
Y'all, see, this is why y'all have to watch the full video on YouTube, because seeing us together is a whole new thing.
It's a whole new thing.
It's a great thing.
Oh my gosh. You know, so, but wait. I'm trying to think. So, you know, okay, this is another one of my guilty pleasures. I'm not saying I don't like Jennifer Lopez, but I'm just saying when she gets dragged on social media, I happen to find it very funny. So just recently, she did the whole like moñitos and baby hair, and she put a picture of like, you know, and people are like, baby hair, some things pay a mortgage.
They dragged her so bad. Those are the parents.
They look like curtains.
Oh my, she got dragged so bad. But if you go to her page and they're just loving her, like the post on her page, but that's why I've lived for sites like the Shade Room and Jasmine Brand because,
Because they'll find it, screenshot it, and post
and then,
it.
you know, people like us to look. Sometimes, like I posted, maybe commented 1 or 2 times on something that I just couldn't control myself. But for the most part, I just like to look at it and see what other people have to say. And it's just like Shade Room is my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I know.
One of my
I
other
know.
guilty pleasures during this whole quarantine has been Instagram, the versus battles. I see that
Oh
next
yeah.
week is going to be Snoop Dogg versus DMX, so that'll be interesting to watch. And then I watched the Fat Joe show. He always has some good people. Like last night, he had Alicia Keys on there, and she started
Ooh.
playing on her piano. The night before, he had Lisa on there, who hasn't aged a bit. It's like I fucking love Lisa. And then, you know, so I like the Fat Joe show. He interrupts everybody. He doesn't let anybody get a word in. But he's great at telling stories, and he's funny. So that has become my guilty pleasure.
You know what's so funny? The different. You remember when Bethany Frankel had her show,
Yeah.
and it was like a for real shit show. All she did was yell at people and interrupt them and not let them talk.
Yes.
And she like kept saying the same thing over and over again, much like what I do, but whatever. Like whenever I think about like the Fat Joe show, and he's just like talking over people and like no, but hold on, and then he keeps going, and I think about her, and I'm like,
Yeah.
She was just, for some reason, for him, it doesn't quite bother me, but for her, it was like it was her yelling, her loud,
Mean Girl.
her volume was loud.
Yeah, and it makes me think about, because she got that show because of Ellen DeGeneres, and you see these allegations about Ellen and her show where people are saying that she really is the mean girl. It was a toxic environment on the show, and I wonder if that's why Ellen was attracted to Bethany, because maybe she saw parts of herself in it. In her, the difference between Ellen and Bethany is Bethany owns the fact that she's a bitch. Like she said, and what?
Did you see that somebody posted how they're trying to say that for the Ellen DeGeneres show, it was these 3 producers that created the toxic environment, that Ellen wasn't really in charge of all of that. But here's why I say, like, yeah, right. You're probably doing like damage control, because do you ever see, like, they have all these clips on social media of her scaring people and she thinks it's hilarious?
Yeah.
Like
when she has a conversation with somebody, she's looking at them, like looking down at them. You know what I mean? Like it's like one of those things, like whatever. I mean, I
believe it.
I believe it too, but I mean, at the end of the day too, it's like, what is that phrase? It's like it rots from the head. So even if she has to do with it, it's like it's your show.
Yeah.
You know, you can compare that to anything in life. You know, whether it's a company, a government, a school, a friendship. You know, I am bad because of the friend that I have. It rots from the head.
You're welcome.
Well, anywho, this has been a good show.
Thanks for the laugh today.
Yeah, no problem. What do you got planned for today?
What?
What do you got planned for today?
I don't know. It's like 1,000 degrees outside.
I know. I'm sitting in the shade and it feels great. The wind is blowing. You can see the trees in the back swaying. It feels amazing.
I will tell you that the lighting right now, you look like you're 25.
But anyway, so where can they catch us?
Yep, yeah, yes, 18 on Instagram and Twitter. The Yep, yeah, yes podcast on Facebook. Any streaming device that streams a podcast, all you got to look for is the Yep, yeah, yes show, and yeah is with an H.
So also, I don't know if you've noticed, but I updated our website. Not our website, but the link to our show. I don't, have you been able to see that? We're now on Linktree. So if you go into the bio of our Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook profiles, you can instantly go to whatever link that you want. You hit on the link, hit podcast link, and you can instantly click on whatever site you prefer to listen to the podcast through. And remember that the video is always available via YouTube, so you can watch us too if you're so inclined. Now that a lot of TVs have YouTube on their TV, just watch us right in your living room, like
You're welcome.
like your 8 o'clock viewing TV. You know, just turn it on.
Fold your laundry. Fold your laundry. Watch.
Laundry. Grab a bottle of vodka.
Tequila.
Tequila. Whatever the case may be. It's a little early right now. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. It's my time to drink. So, Marissa, it's been good speaking to you. And
take an extra swig for me.
And I'm coming over tomorrow, right? I'm gonna bring
Beautiful.
some tequila over, and we're gonna sit on your patio. Hopefully, you have some hors d'oeuvres, and you can have a snack or two, and just.
I got some crudité.
Have a mask, so you know. I'll put a mask on if you'd like me to socially distance. I will. Call it a day.
There you go.
All right, y'all. Peace
Bye.
out. Bye.